What's up guys, Readiness Reviews here again. We're going to be looking at another US MRE today. We're going to do menu number 3, chicken, noodles, and vegetables and sauce. This is from 2015 and packaged by the Warnett Company. And we'll be opening it today with cold steel Canadian belt knife. Right on top there we have our pouch for the main. Chicken with noodles, packaged on 320th day of 2015. I'm actually going to skip the FRH this time because I've been having big time troubles with the FRHs in this case. I don't really want to waste my time, so we're just going to boil that. So we're going to go ahead and discard the FRH. It looks like we have some crackers here, plain crackers, packaged the 343rd day, 2015. Got our accessory pack. Take a look at that in a second. Looks like we have candy in this one. We got some Twizzlers, cherry flavored, artificially flavored, 220 calories. There's the full nutrition data on that one. Got us another beef snack strip, 60 calories. I just had one of these in the last one of these that I did. Got our plain cheese spread, it never disappoints. Of course, we got our spoon always. We got a tropical punch drink, natural and artificial flavors. There's the nutrition on that, 130 calories. Hot beverage bag, our sleeve for the main, 260 calories, and there's a huge ingredient, so let's look at that. There's a lot of stuff on there. And we got a nut raisin mix, 310 calories on that. Go ahead and take a look inside our accessory pack here and see exactly what we have. Got our gum, patch of Tabasco there. Always glad to see some hot sauce. Matches, coffee instant type 3, sugar, non-dairy creamer, moist towelette, salt, and of course we have the toilet paper. All right, so let's get this stuff plated up and get it on the boil. We'll be back in just a second. While our main's heating up, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this other stuff. And I apologize if there's some background noise. There's some construction going on across the street. We'll go ahead and start it out with our coffee. Now I'm going to do this coffee a little bit differently. In the very last video, I didn't do the coffee at all. In this video, I am going to do it since I didn't do it last time, but I'm going to make it black with sugar. I'm not going to use the creamer just to change things up a little bit. And we'll put our coffee instant type 3 in our cup. I am going to use some sugar in it just because I don't want it to be extremely bitter or anything. So we'll put a little bit of sugar in that, maybe about a third of the pack's worth. And we have 6 ounces here of extremely hot water. And we'll give this a quick stir to dissolve. Looks pretty nice. And while we're doing drinks, we'll go ahead and get the tropical punch beverage base going as well. Very vibrant colored powder as usual. It's putting quite a bit of dust into the air. And that beverage base mix calls for 12 ounces of water. I'm not using the hot beverage bag this time. It's already colored the water significantly. We'll go ahead and give this a stir. All right, let's take a look here at a couple of our items. So we have our nut and raisin mix. This is peanuts, raisins, walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts. It looks like it has some vegetable oil, glycerin, and other various ingredients. And it has a warning on there that it may contain allergens. There's a do not eat pack in there. There it is up close. It's mostly peanuts. It's probably 80% peanuts, if not a little bit more. I don't believe there's any salt in this either. And there's a small amount of raisins. You can see little pieces of walnut, a few almonds. I don't really see any hazelnuts or filberts. Nice high-calorie snack. Let's go ahead and check out our Twizzlers in a retail type package. Doesn't look like this one has a tear notch, so that means we're gonna bring out the Canadian belt knife again. I've never had these little Twizzler nibbles before. They're a little bit different from a regular Twizzler. Of course, they don't have any pull-apart parts. And they're just like a little brick shape almost. And they do have a slight oiliness on the outside of them, but they don't feel hard. They still feel like they have some softness to them. Take a look here at our plain crackers. Those were under vacuum. So we're missing a little piece of that one. They're in good shape though. Not a little bit crumbly. And let's rescue that missing piece in there. No one left behind. And we'll take a look at our beef snack strip, which I literally just had one of these a few days ago. And this is the exact same one. Still that Bulls brand, packaged on the 297th day of 2015. Nice and oily and greasy, just like the other one was, and smells virtually identical. I'm actually going to heat up this cheese spread, so I'm going to go throw it in there with the main right quick, and we'll be back with both of those, and we'll start trying this stuff. So this main felt like it did have a lot of liquid in it, so I decided to go ahead and get a bowl out so we don't drown our plate. All right, so in there I can see some mushrooms, I can see some carrot. You can definitely smell the smell of chicken and noodles. It reminds me of a chicken tetrazzini, so there are some peppers in here, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't smell like it's very heavily seasoned with anything particularly. It doesn't smell bad at all. It doesn't smell like chicken noodle soup either, which I sort of figured it might be like. It smells like its own sort of thing. It's basically like the chicken tetrazzini without the creamy sauce and with a different type of noodle. So that's cool. See, there's quite a bit of liquid to it. I think if I would have put that on our plate, we would have been digging liquid out of our peanuts probably. And there's the inside of our pack there. Sure, I'm glad they gave us the Tabasco because I think this will probably need some hot sauce on it. And I've actually never heated up cheese spread before, so this is a first venture for me. It might make the oil separate. We're gonna find out here in just a second. I just wanted to change things up a little bit so I'm not always doing the same thing. Cut into this with our belt knife. We'll get some of this on a cracker. It feels very runny. Yeah, look right away. You can see that oil there. And it's sort of dripping through the cracker. Very runny, like a nacho cheese, essentially. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and try this first just because it is so runny. I don't want it to run off, so we'll watch this run down the cracker just a little bit here, and we'll go straight in and give this one a taste. The cheese spread is quite a bit more messy like this, but I actually really like it heated. You can see it's got sort of a, runniness cheese sort of texture to it, and being a little warm isn't bad. You probably wouldn't want to do this if you're trying to be clean, but if you don't really care, it does make it a little bit different. All right, let's take a drink of our coffee here. It's had a little bit of time to cool down so it won't burn me. It's noticeably more bitter than it is when it has creamer, but other than that, the flavor is about the same. And I usually use the whole sugar pack. I only use about a third, so of course the sweetness is not there like it would be normally. But it's fine to drink like that, no problem. Maybe next time I'll mix it in like 2 ounces and try to make a shot of espresso or something. That'll be a cool little test. All right, let's check out our chicken, noodles, and vegetables and sauce. See if we can get a little bit of everything on our spoon here. Little chicken, little noodle, little piece of carrot, some mushroom. So look at it there. Let's take one more bite of that right fast. I actually really like that. It's sort of like a comfort food. I was thinking this was going to be very bland and pretty much flavorless. I think it's fine. I was going to add some salt to it, but I don't think it needs salt. I think a little bit of pepper would make it a little better, but I think that this is a taste that would coincide favorably with most people's palates. I think it'd be hard to not like this. Now, there's nothing tremendously special about it or anything, so it's not going to blow anybody's socks off, but it's just a quick, easy meal in the field. I think this is pretty satisfying, especially being as warm as it is being boiled. Yeah, that's nice. No complaints for me on that. Let's go ahead and try it with some Tabasco though. I think that it will benefit from the heat. Let's go ahead and put this whole thing in there, who cares? I do like Tabasco sauce, but it has a very distinct flavor and kind of just makes everything taste like Tabasco. I prefer a hot sauce that has a complementary flavor that doesn't really overpower what you put it on, but I find Tabasco does that sometimes. All right, there it is with some Tabasco in it. We got a nice couple big chunks of chicken in this one. Oh yeah, that Tabasco did make it quite a bit better. Nice heat level, especially putting the whole pack on it. And that one bite that I had quite a bit in that bite. I'll get another bite of this. The noodles are quite soft, but you get that from most shelf-stable pastas, I find. With the accompaniment of the hot sauce there, that's pretty dang good actually. All right, I'm gonna try a little bit of cheese on a cracker, see how that is. Look at it there. Wow, that's the best way I've had it. Yeah, that's really good. If you're having this meal, mix them together. The crunch from the cracker really helps offset the squishiness of the noodle, and the cheese and the hot sauce go together really well. All right, let's take a look here at our drink. This is your standard fruit punch. The top has sort of a film on it. That's what you would expect from fruit punch. It just tastes like fruity, artificial, something for little kids, basically. We'll look here at our raisin nut mix. We'll get us an almond, a couple peanuts, couple raisins. Try that. Everything in that is very fresh and nice. The raisins add just a little bit of sweetness, but of course the peanuts are the most powerful thing in there. We're gonna dig through this and see if we can find ourselves a filbert. That's actually walnut. Maybe they didn't give us any filberts in here. Nope, I didn't get any filberts in mine, just some little pieces of walnut. A little piece of walnut, perfectly fine. Let's try our beef stick. I think like a Jack Link's meat stick is better than these, but these are fine. I'm a beef jerky fan, so I don't have any problems with it. They're just a little on the dry side. And to counteract a little bit of that dryness, we're gonna try it with a little bit of our runny cheese as well. It is still quite warm. That was a fine combination, nothing wrong with that. We'll try out a couple of our Twizzlers, cherry flavored Twizzler bites. You have to chew on those for a good little while, so I think they would be good to occupy your time if you're, on the move or something. That's something you can just throw in your pocket and walk around with it. All right, that's about everything from this meal. We'll go ahead and take a look here at our cinnamon gum. It's still nice and soft. It has a nice mild cinnamon flavor to it. And the flavor of that cinnamon gum leaves pretty quickly, but while it's around, it's pretty good. Overall, I'd say this meal is pretty all right. The main is definitely the best thing in the meal to me. You can't go wrong with crackers and cheese. It's a staple in MREs, and it's been fine forever. And I think you could do that with beef stick. I'm not a huge fan of Twizzlers, but they're okay. The nut and raisin mix is nice, and the drinks are just standard MRE drinks. I was a little skeptical of the size of this meal when I picked it up. It seemed like there wasn't really much to it. It seemed kind of small small compared to most MRE meals, but once I got everything onto the plate, it's actually pretty substantial. I'm just gonna crunch my crackers up with my cheese and eat this all together. So I figure we'll go ahead and do some of that on cam. So I'm gonna take like half a cracker here, crumble that all up, and we'll take some of my leftover cheese spread and we'll just cheese it up. It's still pretty warm and runny. I'm gonna mix all this up. That cracker will help absorb the extra juice in this. And the cheese is kind of mixing with the juice to make sort of a cheesy sauce. This is basically MRE cooking at its best, I suppose. Yeah, now it's a completely different dish. It's almost like a mac and cheese. A pasta with cheese sauce and chicken. It actually looks better, in my opinion. It's a nice look at it there. Let's taste this. Oh yeah, the cheese flavor does come through. You're still getting a little bit of that hot sauce in the background, and the added texture of the cracker is really good. And don't ever let a good cracker go to waste. By mixing the items together, you can turn a subpar dish into something that's actually pretty good. All right, guys, so that was the video. If you like this one, please rate, subscribe, comment. Got a lot of videos coming. We're going to be doing some international stuff soon. I have some older US stuff that I'm going to be taking a look at, and some more weird things, HDRs. I got some first strike rations we're going to be looking at. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.